Yo, what up? What up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. We are about to get in this presentation. How to get this money, how to get paid, start this business. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the interns here and, a newcomer, like, but we're going to get into, let's just get into it, man. How to get this money, check me out, man. So there's 3 steps to getting rich as fuck. 3 steps to getting rich as fuck. Number 1, sell a product or service for less money than it costs you to deliver it. That's basic. That's what every business does. Just sell something for profit. Everything else is just a road to that destination. Anything else you hear about business is a road to that destination. It's like, how do you burn fat, right? You burn more calories than you consume, exactly. Right? Everything else is just a road to get there, a different tactic to get to that point. But if you're not burning more calories than you consume, you're not losing weight. Same thing like this. If you're not selling a product or service for less than it costs you to deliver it, selling, yeah. You know what? I got that wrong. Selling it for more than it costs you to deliver it. Well, you should have corrected me on that last time. My slide, you got to sell a product or service for profit. You got to sell we got to sell a product or service for profit. So basically, that's fucked up. And see, listen, what I'm saying. If I can do this shit, you guys can do this shit. My goofy ass can I get the simple shit right. You guys shouldn't have no problem. But that's the key, right? Because that's basically all it is. If you can buy this shit for 50 cents and sell it for 51 cents, you're making profit. You can start optimizing from there. As long as you're making a profit. Create a rich as fuck funnel. I'm going to explain to you guys what that is in the near future. And shove motherfuckers in your rich as fuck funnel. Find motherfuckers who like the shit that you're selling and shove them in your rich as fuck funnel. I'll explain. Step 1, sell a product or service for more than it costs you to deliver it. Typo. I might have been high or something when I wrote that, but for more than it costs you to deliver it. All right. I basically kind of went over that a little bit, but it's for instance, I'm not ashamed to say it. We get Rebellion pre-workout. This is a pre-workout my company makes, Bro Laboratories. We get it for from the manufacturer for about $11 to $12, right? And we sell it for, it goes on sale and also we sell it for a lot more than that, right? But so $11 to $12. Let's just say, for the sake of this, just keep it simple. Let's say we're buying it for 10 and we're selling it retail, let's say for 30, right? Let's just say, those aren't the exact numbers, but this is for example. It sounds like it's $20 profit, but no, it costs a little bit more to deliver that to, because we have to pay for the shipping from the manufacturer to our warehouse, right? Then we have to pay for the fulfillment of it, because I'm not shipping the shit myself. Fuck, is you crazy? I have someone else put it in a fucking box and mail it all out, and that costs money. That's the customer pays for a little bit for the shipping and handling. So, but still, it's cost. There's more cost involved than just manufacturing for us. But that's why I say for less than it costs you to deliver it, not just to manufacture it, because delivery is a component, right? Sometimes the customer pays for it, sometimes they don't, or sometimes there's if you have a service, maybe you ever train people one-on-one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how much are you training for an hour?
I do it for free.
All right. Let's say you. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Let's say there's a guy who charges $50 an hour for personal training. He said, "Oh man, that's $50 in my pocket," but it costs him a little more than that to deliver that service, because just transportation to get there, and you got to think it's also what's opportunity costs. The opportunity cost is if you're doing one thing, you're not doing something else. You get what I'm saying? So what does it cost you to say no to everything else and do this thing, right? If I'm only making $1 per these we sell, could I make more money doing something else? I think that's a cost, right? Like that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, opportunity cost and cost to deliver, whatever that's shipping or traveling or just time, resources, right? If we're coming out with a new product or something and I have the interns working on it, heads down on it, now they're not doing something else, that might be costing me money somewhere else, right? So cost is not just what you think. You got to think about it. Think of all the costs that you might occur, you know? Now, okay, yeah. Well, what product or service do I sell, man? All right, so first of all, red markets beat blue markets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most money's made in blue markets. So here, let me explain. A blue market is like uncharted territory. You know what I'm saying? In business, they call it uncharted, like when Apple came out with the iPhone, right? Uncharted territory. Nobody, like, no touchscreen phone, this is new shit, you know? Or when BlackBerry came out with the BlackBerry, that was like, it was new shit. That's uncharted territory. Bottled water is a red market. There's plenty of bottled water everywhere, right? Sneakers is a red market. You know, most money's made in damn, that's another typo.
Red markets.
That's another typo. Most money's made in red markets. Why did I write? I was tweaking when I wrote this shit. Can you write down where the typos are? Because I want to. This is why we practice. Yeah, most money's made in red markets, man. Like where like shit, like the majority of money. Because if I come out with some brand new shit that no one's ever seen before, now I have to educate the consumer, right? Then they might not be excited about that shit. If some fucking guy came out with the iPad, you might have been like, "What the fuck out of here with that dumb shit," right? Maybe, right? But because you like and trust Apple and Steve Jobs, like, oh, it's remarkable, right? Or yeah, most money's made, but because it's difficult, right? Because, well, anyway, I'll get into that later. Competition, if there's competition in your market, that validates the market, right? If people are competing for it, that means there's money being made there. Like when we get into the more in-depth, when we start getting deeper into like the business teachings, for instance, a strategy, when you're looking to place ads on Google, you don't want to place ads and shit that people aren't competing for. You think you do, right? Like common sense tells you to, but you don't, because if no one's competing for those keywords that you're bidding on, and if you're getting lost here, don't worry, we'll get into it. No one's competing on those keywords. That means there's no money being made there. If nobody's spending money on that shit, somebody's probably tried. You're probably not just you. I know we all think we're fucking brilliant, right? But you're probably not Thomas Edison, you know, like somebody's probably tried and failed to make money there. But if there's competition, that means there's fucking money there. And you don't need to beat everyone to get it. You just need a little bit of it, right? Fitness is a multi-billion-dollar business. How much of it you need to get rich? 2%. Shit, nigga, 0.0003%. You know, and you'll be you'll be in the 1%. You know, of earners in the world. You know, like you only need a little bit of that shit to have more money than you know what to do with. You know, and sometimes being first is worse, right? The Wright brothers crashed, right? Who's had sex with a virgin? How was that?
It was excellent.
It wasn't? Every time I tried to do it once and it was awful. It was awful. Like she was crying and shit. Like it was painful, and it was like she had to have sex with someone else that she was in college during the summer and came back. You know, all right, cool, right? Like, you know, now I guess he loosened it up for me. I was able to get in there, like swimwear. But it's like, man, it's like sometimes being worse is first. The Wright brothers crashed the fucking plane. You know what happens? Pioneers get arrows in their back. That's the saying. They say in marketing. Pioneers get the arrows in their backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the guys who went out west, or the Lewis and Clark and all those motherfuckers. You ever read that shit? Motherfuckers died. We're dying left and right in that exhibition, right? How the fuck would you want to do that? I'd rather go down a proven path, you know what I'm saying, where somebody's already cleared the bush for me, right? I mean, think about it. Think about the first motherfuckers to come to America. That shit was, they almost died the first winter, immediately. Now we go through winter every year with no worry. You might catch a cold. You know what I'm saying? It's way better that I think it's way better for us that they laid that shit out, they mapped that shit out. Well, that might be a bad example because they did rape and kill everyone. Well, minus the genocide. I'm glad I didn't have to do that shit. You know, and you don't have to be number one to get rich. I already know you do not have to be the first. You don't have to dominate your market. You don't have to be number one. All that shit is ego shit, man. Get rich. Get rich, man. Put your ego aside. Put your wallet above your ego. Like like guys always, like some guys want to compete with me. They think they're competing or we're in some sort of competition or he's better, someone that used to, this fitness guy's better than you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, what he eats does not make me shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's number one and I'm 30. I just want to accomplish my goals, and what they're doing has nothing to do with me. I don't need to dominate my market. I just need to get rich. You can get, like, yo, I mean, we can make a ton of money off supplements, and we're not number one. We're not the fucking top 100 supplement company. We don't need to be for me to accomplish my financial goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need a small percentage of that market, man. I mean, point, you know, a percentage of a percent. You know, like, you don't need, man, just get rich. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Is it easier you think it's easier to buy a car or just make a car? You can make, I mean, maybe you can, but now you got to go through all this trial and error and like, just buy the fucking car, man. Oh yeah, that brings me to another, like, fuck your idea. Fuck you and your dumbass idea. Or even if it's a great idea, man, people like, you ever watch Shark Tank? And they're like, oh man, I don't want to give up that much of my company. This man like, yo, what the fuck? That's the only idea you can come up with? Why are you thinking that? Why are you so limited, man? I'll sell this whole shit today. And come up with some new shit immediately. Like, within the hour, I will have started the next shit, or at least wrote up the plan. Like, fuck your idea. Like, some guys, like, I'll meet guys who have a business idea, and they're like, yo, I got this business idea, but I need money. I need, you know, $10,000 to start it. I'm like, you don't have $10,000, huh? He's like, no, well then, you can't start it. You know, just start. Like, why do you have to do the $10,000 idea? You can't think of a way to make money with $1,000 or $100? What's the matter with you? Why's it got to be that? That's the only idea you ever gonna have? Like, what I do is I try. I don't do it every day anymore, but I used to. I was in the habit. I got to get back to it. 20 ideas every day about something, right? So now when I come up with ideas, I can forget it and not care, because it's like the bicep curl. Like, you know, like now I can do a bicep curl without having to think hard, right? I can come up with some business ideas without having to think hard, because I've been doing it for years, writing out 20 different ideas every day. Like, it's like a habit, man. Like, yeah, I'll come up with 1,000,000 ideas. I don't give a fuck. Somebody steals my idea, cool. It doesn't matter. Some people have to do shit like that, because they can't come up with their own ideas. You know, I've trained myself to be able to. So, and that's also like, the market doesn't even reward ideas. The market rewards execution, not ideas. If I would have had the idea for Uber, I'm 100% confident I would have ruined that shit. I would have fucking wasted a lot of time, money, and effort, because I'm not competent enough to execute that idea, right? That's not an idea I can execute. You know, it's good to know what you can and can't do. I can't start a mobile phone-based taxi company. I don't have the skill set to do that, you know? Some guys did. They made a lot of money on it, but it's all about execution, right? Like it's all about, like you can have the same idea as what's the new company that's coming out recently? Like I don't know, what's a new clothing company that's came out recently? It's a new clothing company. You like fashion and shit.
Feathers.
Feathers. That's the name of a company.
Mm-hmm.
Are they're popular?
Yeah.
Are they doing something like just way different? Are their shirts like some new technology that anyone's is some regular shit, but it's just cool, right? It's well executed, right? They didn't have to reinvent the wheel. They didn't have to come up with some new shit. They just, they just did some regular shit, but they did it well. They executed it well. It was the execution now, all things being equal, a good idea is better than a regular idea or a bad idea. But good execution of a bad idea can still make money. Like the fucking what's that shit? The Snuggie, man. Bad fucking idea, man. But the execution. 40 million, man. Come on now. It's like all things being equal, the good idea is better, but all things aren't equal. All things aren't equal. It's just not. All things are never equal. Right, so the better idea, the better the better chance you get. But I'll take good. But execution is what's important. Oh, that's another thing. That leads me to leads me to another thing. Real important, especially you guys who are inventors or come up with like cool gadgets and shit, or even come up with good ideas. Coming up with good ideas and running a business are two totally different skill sets. They're just totally different. It's like, it's not even the same ballpark. It's not the same fucking sport. It's like just two totally different things. And it's definitely not starting a business is way different than coming up with a good idea. They're not the same thing. So don't think just because you have an idea that's a guaranteed path to success in business. It's not. That's all you have is a guaranteed route to failure. Right? You got to learn how to execute your shit. You got to learn, But that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Learn to turn $1 into $2 before you try to make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys, I got this idea, man. It's gonna make millions. I just need $10,000, right? I mean, like, yo, man, have you ever started a business before? Nah, man. If you can't turn $1 into if you've never took $1 and found a way to turn it into $2, why the fuck should anyone trust you with $10,000? Why would they think that you have the ability or skill set to be able to to be trusted with $10,000? It's like, instead of making a $1 mistake, you're gonna make $10,000 mistakes. Like, cause to learn, you gotta, like you learn anything, right? Learning to walk, you fall down a bunch of times. Like, we all did it, right? So your first business venture, I've made some really crazy mistakes. And I'm still making mistakes. But luckily I got what I'm saying is, make the mistakes that you're going to make. Like, you're not just going to go up to the plate and swing it out the park every time, right? You're going to make mistakes. Make them while they don't cost a lot. Like, you don't want to make $100 mistakes, $1,000 mistakes before you start making $10,000 mistakes. Why would you want to? It's like most people, they think oh man, I just want to go in the NBA now, man. I got this idea for dunks and layups. I got these ill dunks and layups, man, that I never tried, but they look cool in my mind, man. I think I can just try out for the the Golden State Warriors, man. It's like, nah, man, you should probably start in high school. You should probably start in high school, work your way up through, D1 college, and then at least a year, then, you'll probably have made the rookie mistakes that you're supposed to make before they're detrimental, right? So if I give you $10,000 now, you've never done any business before, I am 100% confident that money will be squandered. Like I have no doubts, right? Because investors bet on the people, right? Like the guy who started Napster, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about, Napster. You guys are young, you don't even know that. Justin Timberlake's character in the Facebook movie. He's a CEO of Spotify now. He started Napster and he helped fund Facebook. And again, Anyway, investors bet on whatever he's doing, right? Because they know he's got a skill set and a track record, right? He can come up with a fucking dumbass idea, but people believe in him, right? But if you would have came and said, hey man, I got this idea to stream music, you know, yeah, all right, guy, whatever. What have you done before? Nothing? Shut the fuck up, right? Oh, money likes speed. You got to be going fast, man, because like I said, pick any idea. Like, it doesn't matter. Don't pick any idea that you can execute now with little money, right? Especially save your fucking $10,000 idea. Start something for $100, man. Even if it's just on the side, execute it as fast as you can, and start making the mistakes. Right? See if it's tested for validity. You know, like Tim Ferriss, man. When he wrote his book, he had different titles. What he would do to test it, man, to test the titles, he would just place Google ads and see which ones performed better. And then, you know, that's how he picked his title. You know, we'll talk about split testing later. Fail fast and fail often. What you don't want to do is spend a bunch of time on some shit just to realize it's not some shit that's viable, right? You got to test it for validity, for viability, before you put all your eggs in that. Like, for instance, we tested that product on 100 some people, right? And we got a good return. So like, it's a winner. Now we're gonna go all out with it. But if I would have sent it out to everybody on my Facebook, to, you know, a few million people, tried to market before I tested it on a small group, it might have just been, it cost me a lot of money, and I might have been embarrassed, right, if it was a failure. But because if I was only embarrassed and failed in front of 100 people, it's, you know, it's not so bad. You know, it's like not a big deal. I didn't even put a lot of time into it, right? Would I put that shit together in like 1 or 2 nights while we were doing other shit, right? I stayed up late one night and kind of threw it together, right? And with some help from you guys, you know, and a lot of help from you guys. But you know, we threw it up fast, right? Like almost soon as I had the idea, and we didn't have to. All right, if it would have been a failure, it'd have been cool. All right, let's stop thinking about that. You know, let's move on to the next thing. Instead of, man, I've been working on this thing for fucking months or years just to find out it fails. That would suck. We're going to talk about split testing later today, or just testing in general. But for instance, we're coming out with a product next month. We're coming out with a new product next month. But before any of my fans or people on my list even see it, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up, and we're going to test. We're going to send paid traffic, cold traffic, people that don't know me for shit, right? To have it tested and get all the kinks out, see what performs better. Like, we want to, every page of the funnel, I'll explain to you what the funnel is going to get tested. And I'm going to test 50 versions of everything before I send it to my fucking list. So that's why by the time I send it in, I know it's a winner, right? I don't want to test it on my list because I don't want to waste my bullets, right? And then it still be like, I'll still be optimizing it as I send it to my list. Then I'll send it to my affiliates, to my friends who can help. Like, yo, Elliot, man, I give you fucking, Elliot Host, I give you 50% of the fucking profit off this shit if you send it to your list, you know, because I already know it's a winner, and I know it's gonna make us both money. But if I send them some shit, but without testing it, man, that's gonna be, and we don't make no money, man. Now, he wasted a message he sent out to us. I wasted a favor, and he'll never trust me to do that shit. Like, man, I can't send your shit to my list. Your shit don't perform well. But if he makes a ton of money just from sending an email, he'd be like, next time I say, yeah, man, I can't wait. Let me know when the next shit is, you know? But I'm gonna make sure he can make money off it before I send it to him. And we'll talk more about testing. If you're not testing, you're guessing. Oh yeah, but if you're not getting hurt, if you're not falling down, getting hurt and embarrassed, you're not trying hard enough, right? So like, I've had failures. Some stuff y'all have seen, not everyone's seen, but people have seen. I have failures, man. I fall down, I've been hurt, but you gotta go fast. And then but you might not even think about it, right? Because I go so fast that all the failures, I'm right back up. Or you play football, you know when you get hit, and then you get right back up, right? Even if you're hurting, you get right back up and get back into play, right? I used to never want a motherfucker to see me hurt on the floor, like lay on the floor. If a motherfucker hit me hard as fuck, I'll be in so much pain. I'll pop up before him. I'm like, good hit, get hit. You know, I don't want him to think he hurt me. Because I'm like, yo, whatever, you go fast, man. Oh, protect the downside, though. Having that said, protect the downside. Like, always have a backup plan, but never change the goal. Like I said this in that speech. You know, I'm sure they had other plans if D-Day didn't work, but the goal I'm sure the goal didn't change. The goal was to win World War II, right? So even if D-Day failed, I'm sure there was a backup plan, right? And D-Day might have been the backup plan, but I'm sure there was another plan. Like, you know, you don't just say, you don't throw Hail Marys unless it's really the last second. Like that's all you got, right? But you never want to be in a position where you have to throw a Hail Mary. You want to have shit laid out. You want to have contingencies laid out in advance. But never change the goal. That's the thing. When people think backup plans, they'll think, oh, maybe I'll try to be, you can start different businesses. They might fail, but don't change the goal of becoming a successful entrepreneur, right? You can try different, you can try a bunch of different shit, right? Like I'm sure, you know, there's an A team and a B team on every team. You know what I'm saying? Like there's reserve. Like the football team, you know, there's a backup quarterback for a reason, right? It's not like, hey, they never just change. Oh, you know what? Brady's hurt. The game's over. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they don't change the goal. You know, they don't change. We're not gonna try to win this game anymore. Nah, man, you still win the game. You throw your backup in there. It's always there's a third string quarterback too. Like, I mean, always had to never change the goal though. That's the thing. That's where people get fucked up. Yeah, always have at least 3 layers of protection. I try to do. You know, like so. We're fucking up this time because we're only recording with this. But usually we're recording with 2 cameras at least. But sometimes it's 3. Like the mastermind, we recorded 3 cameras because it depends on how important it is, right? This is not the most important thing. Maybe it is though. Man, it depends on what we do with the footage, right? But it's yeah, man. We've recorded our mastermind. We had 1 camera that was always on, another camera that was handheld, and we were streaming it on the web, and so it was going into the cloud, right? 3 layers of protection. Everything would have to go wrong. Rarely does everything go wrong, but something always goes wrong. Remember that. That was deep what I just said. It's rare that everything goes wrong, but something is going to go wrong. And you never know what it is, so you got to have some layers of redundancy in there, you know. Yeah. Something's gonna go out. Something's gonna happen. You don't know what it's gonna be. That's why you gotta have different layers, you know. And always have a plan A, B, and C. Why did I write that? You know what? Write this down that I don't need. This is kind of the same thing. 3 layers of protection is A, B, and C. Always have more money than you need. There's few problems that can't be fixed throwing money at them. I mean, there's some, but man, there's some shit that like if you got some extra cash, this is for your business and for your life, for a fucking vacation, right? Like for a trip to another city. Always like there's few problems. I mean, like man, Magic Johnson would be dead if he wasn't rich, right? How many fucking AIDS patients from the 80s are still alive? You know. Right? Still alive and thriving, you know? Like, how many do you think, man? There's a reason, man, because he had money. You know, like, you can buy yourself out of a lot of shit. I'm trying to think of a good example. Fuck, man. Yeah, man, I can't think of no examples right now. I should have examples for all 3 of those, man, but there's few problems that can't be fixed with enough money. I can't think. Name a problem. Somebody name a problem. Anything. Something you're going through, or someone you know is going through something.
You broke your leg.
Or your leg, man. Yeah. What if you got? I mean, your leg's broken. That sucks. But like, yo, man, yeah, you're gonna get a bill from the doctor. Right? Even if you got insurance, you're gonna have to pay something. Yeah. I mean, and maybe they'll bill you later. I mean, if you go to the emergency room, you're not gonna get turned away. But shit, man. Then you got to go to work. You can't work, you can't do that, but if you got enough money, man, maybe you don't need to work, right? Maybe it's like, you know, Like it can't be fixed or at least helped with enough money. Even if your fucking girl break up with you, man, you got money. You can, not to say you need to buy a girl or nothing, but you can like go out and have fun and do some things that may help you feel better, even if it's just like materialistic shit. You know, it's better than sitting home wishing she came back. And always have more time than you need. So here's a did I write this? No, all right, here's a rule. Things usually take at least twice as much money as you think. Whatever you think is going to take twice, and it's going to take about 3 times as long as you think. Just, or at least plan for that. Like have that in your head. At least like plan for that. Like try to plan out. We don't do a lot good. Now I say that, but we don't do a great job of that here. Like things, but ideally, in a perfect world, that's what I would do. You know, I'm working on fixing that. Like I'm not perfect either, but I know that's the truth, though. You know, set up a fucking funnel. Step 2. So when you show me your business thing, this is what you're lacking, right? You don't have the funnel, you know, and that's what like. I kind of knew that you weren't selling a lot, and that's cool, man. Because like you know better, you do better, right? Yeah. I didn't know this shit when I was 23, so you're about to be way ahead of me, you know. Funnelism. Listen, listen, man. The funnel, like this whole religion thing is not really me. I'm not. I haven't been convinced on like a God or a higher power, right? And you know, whatever anyone thinks, you know, that's cool, man. Like I'm open, right? It's just I haven't. Everything I heard, man, it doesn't convince me, man. But this, though, the funnel, I know that if there's one thing I know the funnel works. God. Even if, like, I don't even know if this fucking physical world is real, right? Like, maybe this is the Matrix, or maybe it's like, it's an elaborate dream, right? Like, maybe.
Maybe God made that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know, man. But the only thing I know is the funnel is real. Like, maybe there is. I mean, listen, I hope there is a God, man. That made me feel better, man. I just, you know. I know this though. I know the funnel was real. All right, so there's 3 parts to a rich as fuck funnel. Number 1 is the front end offer. I'm going to explain what that is. The upsell, probably the most important word probably the most important word in English language. Upsell. Then the back end. All right, let's get into it. The front end. The front end. You know what? Let me explain what they are. Let's get into it. I'm gonna draw the funnel. The intern, Alex, has seen me do this 1 trillion times by now. You hear it? It's good?
Yeah, it's good.
You know what? I'm writing this shit with my... Let me just move over because I feel like I'm in the way. Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, cool. So, bam, this is the funnel. You gotta change what?
Might have to change the battery.
Is it?
If it goes out, then just tell us. Okay.
Bam. So this is what the funnel is. Have you seen me talk about this before?
I have not.
Oh, nice. All right, cool, man. So this is the marketing funnel, man. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so check it out. You been to a strip club before?
Yes, I have.
All right, cool, man. Did you pay to get in?
Yeah, it's covered.
It's covered. All right.
It's like 10 to 20 bucks.
10 to 20 bucks. All right, cool. Let's say, you know, at the strip club, I don't want to use a strip club example. You're in the strip club, right? Then you go to the fucking, where do you go? You went to the stage first, right? Mm-hmm. You go to the stage, man. You tip the girl.
Well, I went to like the private couch area.
Oh, you went straight there.
It was like a VIP.
Oh shit, my fault. All right. So when regular folks like me we go to the stage first, man. We see on, and now to the stage is Diamond, and then Diamond comes through, and then she's twerking that thing, man. Diamond's up there twerking that thing, and and I give her $1. That is the front. When Diamond's on the stage twerking that thing, that's her front end offer, right? So like I give her $1, man. I give her $1. Now here's the thing, I go over there to give it out. She might like try to like give her more dollars, right? More dollars. These are the upsells. Upsells happen at the point of purchase. Remember that. So I might get the bitch $3, man. She's really doing it right. You know what I'm saying? She's really going, and that's her front end offer. Now what happens, man? Then Diamond gets over. Give a round of applause to Diamond. Now let's bring up Sapphire, and Sapphire gets on stage, right? But Diamond comes back. See, it's easier to sell to somebody you've already sold to. It's way easier to sell to somebody you ever had sex with a girl?
Yeah.
Is it easier to have sex with a girl you've already had sex with, or is it easier to have sex with a girl you just met?
That's obvious.
Yeah, obviously. Yes, it's same thing with sales. It's way easier to sell to an existing customer. I mean, like way easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to sell to it's way easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to acquire a new customer, right? It's in fact, man, like this is something, most businesses, their number one expense is customer acquisition, like finding new customers, you know? So that's the hardest part. So when you find a customer, you got to bring them through the funnel, right? So the good way, and that's why you do a low front end offer, because you just want to make them a customer. So it's like $1. She's not working all night twerking that thing for dollars. She's just trying to make customers, right? So it's a cheap front end, right? Then she comes off the stage and she comes to me, right? Because I'm already a customer, right? And she says, hey, I'm Diamond, blah, 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 some dumb shit. You want to dance? And I was like, yeah, I want to dance, right? How much is the dance sugar? Like $20, right? Yeah, something like that. Like $20, it depends. Like $20 a song. So this is more expensive, right? This is back end one. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I did it better last time. That's back end number one, right? So it's like it's a little more expensive. You know what? Let me make it, because this is going to get hard to read. So the money is important to see. So this one is only $1 sign. You know, maybe some little ones here. Maybe I gave her more than $1. You know, she's doing her thing. So like I'm already a customer, right? I'm a customer of Diamonds. So now she markets to me again, right? Because it's easier to sell to someone you've already sold to. It's easier to sell to existing card. So she markets to me again. She comes to me and she says, hey, you want to dance? And I'm like, yeah, I do want to dance. You know, I do want to dance, Diamond. And then she's like, then when the dance is over, before I pay, this is important. Before I pay, she asks, you want another dance? I'm like, yeah, I do want another dance. Because the upsells, these are the upsells on here. The upsells happen at the point of sale. What makes an upsell different than a back end is a back end is a new transaction. The upsells happen at the point of sale. You know, like, so when you go to McDonald's and they say, you want to supersize that shit, that is the upsell. If they try to buy you some new shit, that is a back end, right? After you've already paid. That makes sense? It's very important. It's an important distinction. It's easy. Upsells are easier than back ends because a back end you have to start the sales process again, right? An upsell happens within the initial sales process, and it's a lot easier. That's why it's my favorite word. So I like that second dance, man. I like that second dance, Diamond. She says, well, why don't you get another one? I'm like, you know what, Diamond? I will take another one. I will. I think I will. And then Diamond's like, then after that, she's like, oh yeah, that'll be so such and such money, $60, right? So like, let's keep track. Let's keep track with how Diamond's pimping me, right? This is $1. That's $1. That's $1. This is 20. This one was, this is 20. She got 2 out of me, right? Sorry. You know? So now I moved up, right? Because the back end is more expensive. The front end, So let me now. Here's the thing. Okay, no, I'm gonna get it. Then she's like, "Yo, you gonna be a private dance?" I'm like, "Oh shit, a private dance." She's marketing because I'm already a customer. How many $20 dances am I really gonna get? You know, I probably just want to move into a different girl, do something else. From the same girl, come on now. But if she offers me some more higher end product, potentially, I'm like, you know what? I will take a private dance. It's $150 to go in that back room. I know that. So back in number 2 up the funnel, right? And then who knows what kind of upsell she has, depending on the establishment and the woman. The upsells are going to be different, but there's going to be an upsell in that back room. Another one. Now this one, wait, this one, what is it? This was 20. All right. So we went from 1 to 20 to 150. And that's not even counting the back ends, right? I mean, the upsells. So it's really 3 to 90 to 150 and who knows, right? Right? Who knows what those are? But then, depending on the place, man, she might, you know, listen, trust me. There's another back end offer. There is another back end offer if you can afford it. Anyway, I probably wouldn't go there, but some guys will, you know, like, that's cool. Not everybody's going to go down this funnel. Don't think just because you got someone that's why it gets smaller, right? Some guys stay at the stage all night, right? You seen those guys, they stay at the stage all night. Some guys don't get any dances. Some guys only get dances. They never go in the back. I go in the back. I don't go this far, right? And you know, shit, man, there's probably something here too. And that's probably continuity, you know, a continuity program. Yeah. How you spell continuity, Alex?
CON.
Uh-huh.
TINU. ITY.
ITY? So that's probably continuity. Continuity means somebody they pay you on a regular basis, right? So this is probably continuity where she's like, you know, whatever you guys arrange, you and her, some sugar daddy, some Wall Street guy, you know what I'm saying, over a long period of time. But here's the thing. So this is where I stop, right? But you think that like if some girl came up to me up the street, even if she's hot, say, hey, I'll dance on you. I'll dance on you for 10, 15 minutes for $150. What the fuck is you talking about? That sounds crazy. It could be the same girl, right? But within this context, that seems reasonable. It seems reasonable because he went down the funnel. Like you can't just come up to people and like, because okay, it's really important for people to buy from you. They have to know you, like you. Oh, wait, what? And trust you. I'm gonna go into that a little bit more later, but no, so I went in there with the intentions of going in the back room and seeing what happens, you know, like I went in there with that intention. Some guys go in there with this intentions, and some guys are looking for a fucking, you know, to be someone's sugar daddy, right? Not everybody, but it's a small percentage. That's why it's narrow right here. But there are guys who go, believe me, there are guys who go to sugar with this intention to get a continuity plan out of that. And but anyway, that's why it gets slimmer. But the thing is, people want to buy high price. People, like I went in there wanting, but like first I had to see, man, which girl do I like? Oh, Diamond's on the stage. I like the way she's moving. I like her. So I take a low risk. The front end is something like it's low risk, man. It's like, you know what? I don't know about this because I don't know this person, but you know, I'll spend this little bit and see, right? I'll see. And then but I liked it, right? So then they knew I liked it, right? Because I confirmed, and this is kind of like confirmation that they liked this, right? And I liked it. And then I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll go to the next level with this chick. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I like what she did here. You know, if I didn't know, I wouldn't have went here. But because I liked it, I went here. Right? See, this only works if your shit is good. That's what I'm saying. The funnel only works if your shit is good. This is not a scam, right? Like, you can't, because if a motherfucker hates this shit, your front end, there's no way they're going to fuck with your upsells or your back ends. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no fucking way. And then like the guy who wants to be a sugar daddy, he can't just go picking random bitches. Like he's gotta invest that kind of money in time. He's like, you gotta vet her. And that's how you do it through this process, man. It's like, and it's not in the strip club. I just, you know, it was fun, right? It was just fun. But this is how do anything, man. It's like, let's get this money off, because we can use it for anything, man. Like, okay, I want you to see this is everywhere. Like, I want to, if you want, and a lot of times there's something free. A lot of times it actually starts up here. Oh shit, I'm tripping right now. A lot of times it kind of starts up here with what's called a lead magnet. Lead magnet, and that's usually free. All right, so it starts right there. So a few quarters ago, Apple computers, you guys, all three of you guys got iPhones. No, you got well, there's a lot of iPhones in here, right? They were the most, they posted their earnings, the most profitable company of all time for one quarter, right? All time in the history of recorded financial history. Ever since they started recording quarterly earnings, Apple has, you know, they're the winners. All does Apple have lead magnets? Yeah, man. iTunes is free. QuickTime is free. You can get that shit. Well, listen, man. If you got iTunes, well, you might as well buy a few songs. Might as well buy a song or two, right? It's right there. They're gonna be pushing you these songs all the time. Every time you log in, you're gonna see shit. $1 song. Hey man, it's just $1. Not a big deal. Maybe I'll get more than one song. Maybe I get a few songs, right? I like 3 songs off that Taylor Swift album, right? Maybe I get 3 of them. Well then, fuck, man. If I got iTunes and I got songs from iTunes on iTunes, then I should get maybe I should get an iPod or an iPhone. It's a good device. I go here. Well then, look, man. If I get the iPhone, that's the first back. That's like the first back end. If I get the iPhone, what do I need? I need a fucking case. I need a protection plan. That's what I need. Apple Care. And then I probably need a case too while I'm in the fucking iStore. It's one transaction. Well, shit. You know what, man? I'd like a laptop. I was like, well, if I got iTunes, songs from iTunes on iTunes, and I got an iPhone, well, what the fuck, man? It only makes sense for me to get an Apple computer, right? Well, if I better, that's an investment, man. I better get the iCare, the Apple Care. And I better protect it with a case and some other shit, you know. Or maybe, shit, man. Maybe I upgrade the RAM, cause I'm gonna be doing some video editing. Fuck, I should get the i7 processor. Well, if I'm doing all that, man, I probably also need some extra storage on that joint, you know? I probably need the highest, you know, I probably need at least a terabyte of space on that bitch. But to be safe, I should probably get an external hard drive as well. See what I'm saying? This is all one transaction. Well, fuck, man. I like to try. I might need a different device for home. Well, shit, man, if I got all this other Apple shit, it'd be kind of weird to get Windows computer now because I'm already in this ecosystem. I might as well go ahead and do that. You know, and it's like that. Oh damn, fuck! I got a desktop. I got an Apple desktop. I have an Apple laptop. I have an iPhone, iTunes, songs on my iTunes. Maybe I should just sign up for Apple Music and I just get them songs every month. That's continuity. And I pay them every month. There you have, and that's how you become the most profitable company of all time. With the motherfucking funnel. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we can do this for almost any company you can think. A lot of companies don't have high-end shit though. Like high-end experiences, you know. So, like, you know, Nike. You know, you can get the free running app off iPhone, right? You know, and then maybe you can get some shoes. Maybe you get some shoes, and then, you know, and then get some other shit to go with it. That's kind of it, right? You know, they kind of focus on the front end. I don't. Do they have like a? Is there anything past like just regular shit? Yeah.
They do like a Spark training program.
Oh yeah.
Spark, yeah, Spark.
What's that cost?
It depends on which.
What's the highest? What's the highest? What's the highest?
It's more for like businesses. They license out that technology.
So they do. So there you go. There you go. And I'm
certified Nike Spark
You
trainer.
can be a certified Nike specialist, right? See, but that's not gonna be for everybody. Like their front end is probably wider, but their back ends are probably a lot more narrow, right? Because this is a narrow funnel. What you're talking about with Nike is they probably have their funnel probably looks more like this. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like but it's deep. The thing is, the front end is deep. So you can do it like that too. Like, you know, I got to start over. So the strip club shit was a narrow funnel, right? Because you can go wide or you can go deep, or you can do both. Apple goes wide and deep. You know what I'm saying? But like, so it'd be like you can go wide. Like Nike, they go wide. Like, man, a bunch of different products. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of different front ends. You know, but it's wide. But you know, this is probably, you know, I'm sure you can get some shit from Nike. You can spend a lot of money on Nike if you wanted to at once. I'm sure they have something set up. But yeah, the problem is going wide is like, okay, like McDonald's. It's free to walk in McDonald's. And you might want to go in there, you know, because who the fuck knows? I don't know. But their front end, you know what? If you just going to McDonald's right now and buy a hamburger, they make about 18 cents off that. But then it's like, man, if you're buying a hamburger, man, get a drink. Then you get the fucking whole meal. They get the fries too. Maybe even soup. Get a soup, make it bigger, right? And even get it bigger. So what Nike tries to do, I mean, what they do is they try to tag as many upsells as they can on the front end, right? And that's where they make their money. Like they don't make no money. If you just go in there and buy a cheeseburger, they make almost no money. But it's all, they're focused on here, and it's wide, right? That menu is kind of wide, right? As where other menu, like another bit, like, you know, the fucking stripper, she got four things in her front end, and she's got two or three back end options, you know, but they come later down. So you can't go wide, right? She only got two titties and one ass, right? So she can't go wide. She has to go deep and extract as much value out of each customer as you can. So like, not everybody's gonna go down here. Here's a good rule of thumb. About 20% of your customers are willing to spend 4 times as much. Like, are willing to spend 4 times as much, and 4% are willing to spend like 16 times as much of your total customer. That's, you know, that's like average shit, you know. So you want to try to get your funnel deep as possible. You see guys, if guys are losers focus on the front end. If McDonald's only sold hamburgers, they would not be a big ass company like that, because they try to tack so many things onto it. You know, you always got to have an upsell. If you sell anything, you got to have an upsell. So that's why, like, when you're like, when I buy your book, it should immediately have other shit I can offer during that purchase. You know, like I can click, like one click. Like when I saw the thing, I was like, yo man, can I click this and add it? It's got to be like, I can click that. I can just click that button and it'll add it to the thing. Just add to the purchase, right? You click Apple Care, that should just add to your shit right there, you know? You want to be able to, it's got to be added to the purchase. Otherwise, it's another sale. Now, it's easier to sell to somebody you already sold to, but it's harder to initiate a new sale than it is to tack shit on to the initial sale. That's a lot easier than it is to, you know, like, you know. Have I exhausted this? This is important. I mean, get as much shit on the front end, do as much shit here as you can. Another thing, you can go up in price here. You can go, like, this shit can cost like more. They don't have to all be the same price or even similar. Like, you can go up in price. Go as much price as you can, you know? And sometimes you can offer all this you can try to tack this shit on too, to the initial purchase. And, you know, try. And they say, no, that's cool, because now when we get to internet business, it takes about 9 to 12 times. A customer has to be, because they have to know you, like you, and trust you. So assuming they know you, this builds trust, right? Because you got something for free, you liked it, so you spent a little bit of money to see what else they had going on. Then you spend more and more. But if you didn't want this shit initially, like if I didn't want a computer, this shit wouldn't convince me to get a computer. Like, people want to buy shit from you, right? Like, if let's say your shit was one-on-one coaching, motherfuckers who want one-on-one coaching, but they want to know that they want to feel like they gotta trust you, man. They gotta trust you to give you that money, and you giving them good low risk offers. Man, it's like, for me, man, like you can download something free, Simple Six Stack Solution for me, you know? Get that shit for free, man. Go for it. It's a good little program. Then maybe, man, I don't know. Maybe you buy Direct Hit. Well, shit, man, you're gonna, you know, because you bought Direct Hit and you invested in yourself, you know, I want to give you a deal on Rebellion pre-workout. You know, best paying pre-workout on money, just because I think it's gonna help you with your Direct Hit. Might as well to give you that, man. And you know what? Also, you should take some T-Rex too, man. Get that shit, you know? Bam. Then you got that. Then it's like, then I hit you up later. Hey, man, you know what? We having this mastermind in LA, you know? It's more expensive though, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. We can keep doing it. Or you can skip straight to this, right? Like, that's what we're doing. Or why don't you just buy this shit all the time? Why don't you just get a prescription, subscribe to this shit? Even Amazon does this shit, subscribe and save. They got motherfuckers to subscribe to toilet paper. That's fucking genius. Jeff Bezos is the man. Oh, but it takes 9 to 12 times. So maybe they get your front end, you get free, you can take their email address, right? That way you can just keep marketing it to them over and over again. And then maybe after the 12th email, then they'll buy something cheap. But you want to keep this is sometimes it's called a tripwire, right? Sometimes it's just $1. Like at the strip club, it's just $1. This shit, do you understand what happened in the strip club? Like, this is like, I use it in that example because it's funny, but it's not though. Like, she went from $1 to getting like over $200 from me. You understand? Like, think about that. Within an hour. That's escalation, man. I mean, that's how, but you got to turn me into, he had to turn me to a customer first. She could not have grabbed me off the street and did that. There's no fucking way it would not have happened, you know? Like I say it as a joke, but it's not though. It's real shit. If you want to turn motherfuckers into customers as soon as possible, and make sure you give them something that they will like, because so like if I was you got a $9 book, give them something else free first.
Get the workout programs.
Something. It can be something, you know, and then like, and make them give you your email in advance, you know, and then it's like, man, you know, I really like that guy's program. I want to see what the book is like, you know? And if the book is as good as you say it is, man, you know what? You should get some other shit as well too, you know, blam. And then like, man, you might as well sign up for my coaching. Well, don't get it for just a month, man. Get it for 12 weeks. Don't fuck around, you know? You know what? You can go straight to your kind of business. You can go straight to continuity, you know, which is, I mean, this is really, because the hardest part is getting a customer. Once you got a customer, you got a customer. So if you can get motherfuckers buying your shit every month, automatically, then it's like, I mean, really, this is what you want. You want a lot of people doing this. Then McDonald's has to pay billions of dollars of advertising. Maybe I don't know how much they spend, right? To get you to do this. But if you got this right and this right, you only have to do it once. Customer acquisition, man, it's the most important part. All right, what else? Where was that? Oh, so the front end, again, front end is a low price item to get the initial sale. Sometimes you'll see shit like, man, yo, just buy this $7 book. Or like, I have a book for 99 cents. I have a few books on Amazon. I just want them to get them in the habit of buying shit from me, man. I just want to get them, yo, man, buy shit from me. And then, but make it good though. That book has, if it was a bad book, especially on Amazon and the reviews, if it was a bad book, it would have did more harm than good. So your shit's got to be good. Your shit's got to be as good as you can make it, you know? The only reason a front end office should exist is not to make money. Like, you want to make money off your book. That is a mistake. Like, McDonald's doesn't want to make money off hamburgers. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, yeah, they make money off the fries and the shake, what you add onto it. You know, I keep talking about strip clubs. I have a friend who owned a strip club. His dad owned a strip club. His dad's in prison now. But it was called the Crazy Horse 2. There's one in Chicago and there's Crazy Horse 3, but it was Crazy Horse 2 in Vegas. His dad's in prison now, you know. They trying to say he did something, but you know. Yeah, it costs to go into the Crazy Horse, but they ain't made almost no money off that. They made all their money off the bar. The club itself made its money off the bar. Once you're in that bitch, you buying shit, you know. If you're trying to make money off that book, just the book alone, it's a wrap, man. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that you're just gonna make, because it's like, you gotta have more shit to offer and more, and like, you gotta get, because you can't do what Nike does. Nike is a multi-billion-dollar company. It takes money to go wide. Customer acquisition is the hardest part. It's the most expensive part and the most difficult part. It takes money to go that wide, right? They have to pay LeBron hundreds of millions of dollars to convince you to buy some of his shit, right? You can't do that. You gotta get motherfuckers in, and then you gotta try to get as much value out of each person. Like, Nike's trying to get everybody to buy a little bit of shit. That's cool because they got deep pockets. You can't afford to do that. I can't afford to do that. I spend no money on advertising. But so that is a good way to do it. A low price front end, man. Just get them to become a customer, man. Like, every time I put out a book, sales of this shit skyrocket. Like, the first time we did it, we ran out of T-Rex because the T-Rex the Fat Burner, because it was a 99-cent book, and when it came, we had you know, hey, if you like the book, you know, this might help, you know. And I meant it, but the book was so good and it was so popular, and it was such a low barrier entry that everybody who had the book was a customer. So like, we made that many new customers. It's easier to sell somebody you already sold to, you know. But losers focus on the front end, and I didn't mean to call you loser. I'm just saying, but you will lose unless we change your model a little bit, you know. Yeah. Upsell, okay. Upsell is the most important word in the English language. It's the most word in the English language. It's additional shit that is added on the initial front end purchase. All right, I spelled purchase wrong. It's added on. It's added on. That's important, you know. It increases the value of each customer. So if McDonald's is only making 18 cents off of everybody who walks in, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can sustain itself. But or even like, I used to be a waiter, man, and what I would do is I would memorize the fucking menu. And sometimes I tell kids who want to be entrepreneurs that they're like really young, get a job as a waiter, man. I feel like it helps you sell. Selling, you got to know how to sell. If you start a business, own business, you got to know how to sell. And it was something I would just, oh man, you know what goes really well with that, these things, you know. And I'm trying to add shit on because you know they're gonna give you a percentage of the bill. So I'm trying to add shit on. I'm trying to upsell as much shit as possible. You know, man, you guys want to see the dessert? I'm like, oh, listen. I know, I get it. You know, you don't want to leave. You know, and I know you're onto that. It makes sense. But we got these low calorie options, man. So like, this will help you satisfy your sweet tooth while still, man, you know, being able to keep your shape, you know, or whatever the fuck I said. And then, okay, and then you get it, man, you get that bill as high as possible. Now the value, now each table I was getting more tips. Because I'm trying to upsell shit on the menu. And like, you know what goes really good with that, man? This Cabernet or whatever, you know, whatever the fuck, you know. Get the, whatever you can, every customer, you want to add on you want to get as much money out of each customer. And then it sounds bad the way you say you want to get as much, but it's like, really, if your shit's valuable, they want to buy it. You just got to have shit. Like, I'm sure there's people who would pay you for coaching, right? You believe your coaching is good, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
If you believe that your shit is good and that you believe that people will benefit from it, then it's your duty to convince them to get it. Like you are doing them a disservice if you do not pressure them to buy something that will help them. That's how I feel about it. Or at least that's how I've rationalized it. Back end, separate transaction. It's a separate transaction. And that's cool, but back end should be focused on customers. Because back ends are usually more expensive. So if you try to sell back ends if you try to acquire clients with your back end, the barrier of entry is too high. Like if the stripper tried to dance on me, as soon as I met her, that'd be fucking crazy. Like there's no way I would do it, but I'm already existing customer. It makes sense. So like the Ty Lopez shit, the business course was how much?
The business builder program?
Yeah, the business builder program. 25 G's. Do you think he can place YouTube ads for 25 G's?
$25,000.
You think he can place YouTube ads for a course for a $25,000 program? Of course not. A fucking course not. It would make no sense. But you can place ads for a $67 product. You get in there, all right. You get in there, and that's not what they're trying to make money off of. That's what, you know what? That's actually called, we're gonna get into it. The 67 steps is not like where they're making their money. That's because they spend so much money out. They spend millions of dollars a month on advertising. It's what's called a self-liquidating offer. You know, a SOL, meaning all of that money goes back into advertising just to get to create customers. That's why they don't do lead acquisition. They don't because they're spending so much. They don't go. He's trying to go deep, not so much wide. So they don't go for leads like hey, you know, they don't advertise to do this free shit, and then they go straight for the sale. They go straight for the sale. And that's what's called, when you do that, when you pay to go straight for the sale, it's called a self-liquidating offer. We'll get into it later. And all that money goes right back. They make no money off that shit. It's all to sell the back end products. Because it's too hard to sell a $25,000 program to mass market. It's too hard to mass market a $25,000 program. It's just too hard. Maybe a car you can mass market, right? But there's more people in the market for cars, you know, than there are internet guru programs. It's just more, you know. Higher price, it's usually a higher price of, yeah, I already went over that. Higher price item that's sold to people who have bought the front end products. It's easy to sell some of you've already sold to. Yeah, man, that's what it is. And upsells can also be added to back end products. I'm confident that if you give Tai Lopez $25,000, you will be offered something else to add on to that shit. Or like, if there's like the fucking the Mac, right? If I went down the funnel and I buy the Mac, would you like Apple Care? Like, they are instructed to ask me for Apple Care. Like, it's not like a thing where he's just looking out for me. He'll get fucking fired if he doesn't ask me for Apple Care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he should be, because upsell is the most important. Upsell at every step. Upsell at every step. Have something to offer. And add value. Make sure it's something good. Add value. Like I bought that computer from Best Buy. Say, man, you want Best Buy protection? Fuck yeah. I'm a clumsy, goofy bastard. The likelihood of me breaking this shit is high. Like, I'm surprised it's not broke now. I need that shit, please. I'd have been pissed if they didn't offer it. I wouldn't have bought it without the protection, if it wasn't an option to get the protection plan. All my shit got a protection plan because I break shit. And I got fucking kids running this shit, you know? Step 3, get motherfuckers in your funnel. Your product is, oh, listen, like I said, I'm about to teach you some marketing shit, and it'll help you get in front of a lot of people. If your shit is bad, it will just show more people how bad your shit is. You know what I'm saying? If my book, Ultimate Cuts, it's got like 700 reviews now, 5-star average, never seen nothing like that. I still haven't. I'm looking on Amazon. Is there a book with higher ratings? I can't find one, right? So it's good that I have this, but if it was bad, 1 star, I had 600 1-star ratings. Can you imagine what that would do for my credibility? 48 Laws of Power, number 5, guard your reputation with your life. Over deliver. For that $1 book, I spent so long writing that shit. I over delivered on that bitch because I wanted him to really fit, you know. And there's a point in diminishing returns, though, right? I think that's kind of why, because that front end is so good, it's hard to justify the higher end shit, right? In their mind, it's like, well, this is not 1,000 times better than this. This is not. This is not 1,000 times better than that $1 book. It's better, but not 1,000. So like, it's got to justify, that stripper letting me hit her from the back would be 1,000 times better than watching her strip on the pole. I can say that, would be. I don't know. I'm just saying probably. Who do people buy from? People only buy from people they know, like, and trust. People only buy from people they know, like, and trust. And if they do buy from you, once they know you, like you, and trust you, and your shit is bad, they will know you, hate you, and not trust you. Now, that's worse. That's worse than not being known at all. All right, make sure your shit is good. What? Oh, all right. Let's get in there. There's 3 parts of the brain. All right. There's the neocortex. That's the new shit. That's what makes humans humans. That's what we think. There's logic, math, language, right? Is the limbic system. This deals with, like, emotions and shit like that. That's why dogs can have a sad face, right? But they don't have this. They can't. But they can't do algebra. But they can make a sad face, right? And the reptilian complex, or the reptilian brain, or sometimes people call it the croc brain or the lizard brain or whatever. That's like the oldest, like the brain stem. It's the part that does shit. It's a fight or flight shit. It's like it keeps your heart pumping. It like you're like you don't have to think about breathing or just automatic shit. But it's important. There's important shit about that. You have to speak to that part of the brain because that's like the foundation, right? It's the oldest part of the brain, and like most animals have it. You gotta talk to, like, your ideas and your thoughts are going to come from your neocortex, right? But it's going to enter the prospect's croc brain first. He's not going to think. We don't make logical decisions. We make fucking emotional decisions and justify them with logic. So you got to get past the reptilian brain to get to the neocortex, right? It's like the guardian, right? People buy with emotions and rationalize with logic, right? Like, I got Jordans, man. How much were these Jordans? $200 sneakers. Now, if I was just a purely, if human beings were just rational, people who just thought about logic, this product would not exist, right? This is not, it's not that much better than my fucking $40 Chucks, as far as performance is concerned, right? Maybe it's better, right? It might be better quality, but it's not. There's no way I would buy this shit if I was just. I bought it because of my emotional attachment and allegiance to the Jordan brand, right? It's all about it. That was a purely emotional buy. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like it's just purely emotions, and that's how. Like Apple computers, the number one, most profitable company of all time. It's all emotion. Like, it's all emotion. Like, they literally have the same insides as PCs, like very similar or inferior, right? Like a lot of it, like you can't get, like this, you can get a fucking 16 core AMD processor in a PC. Like it's more powerful than anything Apple puts out right now, right? Or you can get the exact same one you can get the computer with the exact same processor. Like my computer right now is a PC. It was a logical choice, right? It wasn't emotional about it. I just wanted i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and
high-end graphics.
Yeah, a high-end graphics card, and I was going to buy the cheapest option with those three things. So logic decision. Apple has an offering the same, and it would have cost at least twice as much. And they were to do that because they've got into the people's hearts and minds, man, to the croc brain. When they did that, it was really when they did that Think Differently campaign. It was in the 90s or early 2000s, and it was like Einstein and Rosa Parks. What does Rosa Parks have to, and Albert Einstein and Gandhi and Martin Luther King have to do with computers? Nothing, man. It's all about the emotion. If it was all, if it was all logic, I wouldn't even go in the strip club. It's way cheaper to just jag off and go about my day, right? Or have sex with my girlfriend. That's free, right? Why am I paying all this money? It's all emotion, man. You got to get to that. You got to get to the emotion. The reptilian brain will ignore anything that is not exciting or novel. It makes no sense for a man to cheat on his wife. It makes no sense, but somebody does it every day because it's exciting and novel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense for you to need some new shoes, but you will buy another pair of shoes this year, I promise. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for me to buy the next pair of Jordans that come out. I got a perfectly good pair right here. I'm going to buy them because they're exciting. These will no longer be exciting, right? And some people try to fight that and say it's bad. And, I try to, I try to curb that as much as I can when I try, but I'm human, man. And we're all humans. And it's better that we at least know it, like man, you ever buy some new shit? You ever see something new, man? You just buy it, man. Like you didn't want it, you didn't need it, but you buy it. How many of you bought something you didn't need just because of some new shit?
3 or 4 pairs of Jordans.
You got 3 or 4 pairs of Jordans? You ever buy something you didn't need, man, just because it was cool and new? Yeah. What about you, man? Yeah. We all do that, man. If it's something's exciting and new, you can't resist it. It's literally irresistible. That's why David Ogilvy, he was the guy, he was called the king of Madison Avenue. He was one of the number one, they say he's like the godfather of modern marketing, right? He's dead now, but he had a list of words that he felt like really well, like, man, he tested and worked. New was one of them. Every time you think anything new, man, if you put new in some shit, people fucking love it, man. I've seen guys, I almost never see guys cheat on girls cheat with girls that are better than their current girl, that look better than their current girl. It's always just because it's new and exciting, man. It's a flaw. It's a flaw. The best ways to excite the reptilian brain is to use hot cognitions. All right, I'm gonna tell you what hot cognitions versus cold cognition. A cold cognition is like facts, numbers. You know, this is like logic shit, right? Cold cognition is logic, right? You can sell with logic, right? Like I bought my computer strictly based off logic, right? But my computer is not the top selling computer of all time. You know what I'm saying? It's a computer no one's ever heard. It's an Asus. You know, Asus ain't sexy. You know, like facts, numbers. You know, hot cognitions are emotion. What? Oh, all right. So all right, facts, numbers. I gotta fix that. That's cognitions. You know, hot cognitions are emotions, man, feelings, both good or bad. Like you ever see a commercial that starts warning, warning, fear, man. Fear gets motherfuckers moving. Fear gets motherfuckers moving. Pain. And marketing, they tell you, man, hit their pain points, man. Find out what they're struggling with and fucking focus on it. Bring it out. Hit it with a fucking hammer. Shoot a victim. You know? I mean, shoot a witness. Like spinach and candy, man. Like, just off the top of your head. You'd rather eat spinach or candy?
Spinach.
Really? Yeah, all right, you know what? But you're different.
Diet,
No, just because of your diet. Yeah, no.
Taste off.
Honestly, I try not to, you know, like, most people, like, we all know spinach is better for you. But candy, man, I mean, you get some candy or like some chocolate or whatever it is, like, man, me, I like ice cream. Ice cream. I mean, I would pick, I pick the spinach discipline though, right? You got discipline, right? You're like, but you know how many people you think have a lot of discipline? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, most people, there's a reason Americans are so overweight, because they ain't picking the spinach, bro. They ain't picking the spinach. High cognitions sell way more. I don't have any facts or figures in front of me, and I could be wrong about this, but my suspicion is that the candy industry is bigger than the spinach industry. You can fact check me if you're wrong. Maybe I might be wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? But there's an M&M store down the street on Times Square. There is not a spinach store or Dole food. I mean, you can find like a farmer's market or, you know, or Trader Joe's or something, but not in the middle of Times Square. There's a reason for that. High cognitions deal with the Life Force 8. Let me get into this. Life Force 8. These are the 8 things about people that you want to focus on to convince them to buy your shit. Now, I'm all assuming everybody's shit is really, 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 really good. So before you start using shit again, if your shit's not good, then you're just gonna make your reputation, you're gonna ruin your reputation. Your shit should be so good that you feel obligated to do whatever you have, anything to get that person to buy it because you know it's gonna help them, right? And offer a guarantee, money back guarantee, and really honor it. If they don't like it, give it all back, you know, give it all back. The guarantee also minimizes risks and it's gonna improve your conversions, right? So there's that too, but it's good for you. I mean, I got offer guarantees, one, because you're gonna sell more if you have a guarantee, but also I think my shit is so good that I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I think you're gonna be more than pleased. So, all right, this is what the Life Force you're gonna focus on: survival, enjoyment, or life extension. That's number one. It's like, if you know what, one of the number one, like online, some of the highest converting digital products are like survival shit, like preppers. You know, there's a site called ClickBank where they sell. It's like the number one market of digital goods. Man, that prepper shit is fucking, survival shit is like the number one niche now. Motherfuckers are into that shit, man. Or you know, guns, man. Like, why do you think the gun industry is so big here? Like, I take a boxing class, right? Like, survival is like a big, or like, how much money spent on home security, law enforcement? How much money does the American government spend on the military? It's survival, man. Life extension, How many like products do you have that you feel like that are known to? How many of these things like have shown to improve your life?
What, the supplements?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah,
a bunch of them.
everything that is gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna help. People spend a lot of money on that shit, man. People spend a lot of money on that shit, and just enjoyment, right? Like enjoyment of life. They want to live, and they want to live long. People want to live. They want to live long, and they want to have a good time while they're doing it. That's kind of what I should have wrote it like that. That's kind of cool. What I just came up with that, man. They want to live. They want to live long and have a good time while they're doing it.
Tweet that.
Can you write that down? Somebody write that down. You write that down? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. Oh, what happens here? Okay. The slide is fucked up. But number 2, they wanted good food and drinks, man. People like good food and drinks. Like these high-end restaurants in Manhattan, you know, the only reason they like, if we were just logic, we would just eat we wouldn't even have to season our food. We would just eat it, right? If it was all about logic, we would just heat that shit up so it's safe, clean it, heat it, you know, and let me just, it'd be about digestion, just nutrients, man. But people spend so much money on shit that tastes good. Even like alcohol, like if it was just logic, we would just drink the shit that got us drunkest the fastest, right? But people want shit that tastes good, man. They want 8 flavors of Ciroc and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They don't, you know. There's another one: freedom from pain, and danger, and fear. Those commercials are warning, or like they like it's like some. I saw a Rand Paul ad, and he was running for a while, like, if you make this and blah, 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 like you're scared, it's coming collapse, you know, like, do you think it was a coincidence that Hitler came to power after Germany got their ass kicked in World War I? People were scared, it was all fucked up, there was poverty. They were looking for a fucking savior, and, you know, he came through with some, you know, he was just a guy, it was a void. Right? There's a reason why like there's so much shit going on in like the Middle East, man, because it's like it's fucked up. You know, people like they're like living, they're like their house, their floor is like dirt, you know. Like, I mean, you know, like so it's easy. It's kind of easier to market to them if you got like, I mean, if you're there and you got like something to offer, right? Like I'm sure like a fucking muffin. If your floor is dirt, a muffin, you're like God to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this fear, pain, sex, man, like every species wants to reproduce, and there's no way to get around that. Sex is, I don't know, man, like, you know, what do you think they're selling in those Old Spice commercials? You think they're selling deodorant? You know what I'm saying? What, the makeup companies, you think they're selling makeup? I mean, they're selling hope. They selling sex, man. They selling, yo, I'll be pretty enough. And why do bitches want to be pretty, man? They want the fucking. Is that plugged in?
What?
Yeah, the camera.
To the charger? Or?
Yeah.
No, it's about to die though.
Yeah, man, plug it in, man. What's the fuck?
This other one's charging.
Oh, all right. Yeah, this shit can stay plugged, you know. I saw it blinking and I was like, what the fuck? It might be, I think yours is closer. Thanks, man.
Alex, where did this go?
I got you, man. Show me. What's right here?
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, if it's going to die, like, let me know, man.
Sweet.
There you go. All right, cool. Hold up. I know, Alex, man. I know we're going to take a break after this. It's all good. We got so sex, man. Sex goes real hard. Sex is like, I don't know, man. Yeah, sex is easy. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to live like an asset. People want to be comfortable. You know, like, so, you know, that's why cleaning stuff, you know, people want to be comfortable, man. Like, people, like, I pay I pay extra money to sit in the exit row in the aisle, and I will spaz out if I can't get it. right? I want to be comfortable, like in that regard. Being superior, winning, keeping up with the Joneses, that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Don't discount how like people want to win and they want to feel better than another one. And people from other countries, if you like you ever see soccer, what do you feel about soccer?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, man, because they feel like they're part of the team. They motherfuckers get killed over soccer because they lose. People really care about winning and being superior. Care for protection of loved ones, kids, we all, like, I feel like everyone understands that. Social approval. We used to live for the majority of human history, we lived in small tribes. So we were conditioned to want to fit in with our tribe, because if you were ostracized from the tribe, now you're out here now you can get eaten by a wolf, killed by another tribe. It was only safety within the tribe. So we come from that, so we are conditioned to want to fit in. The social condition is real. I'm not saying it's good or that you should want that for yourself, but you should understand that people want that, And if you can tap into that, you can get them to buy your shit. People provide benefits, not features. Features tell, benefits sell, right? So a feature of this water is it's 1 part hydrogen, 2 parts oxygen. It was apparently it came from Poland in a spring, and it's natural. All right, cool, whatever. But the benefit is, man, it's gonna keep me healthy. It's gonna replenish my thirst. It's crisp, cool. It's gonna cool me off if I'm hot. These are benefits. That's what people buy. Features tell, benefits sell. Sell the benefits. Always sell the benefits. No one gives a fuck about the features. They do, but you gotta even, like my computer again, it's i7 processor, right? I didn't buy the i7 processor. I bought the ability to render videos and multitask. You know what I'm saying? That's what I bought. If I didn't need to do that, if I didn't need that benefit, then the feature wouldn't mean anything to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Features are cold cognitions, like facts and shit, Benefits are hot cognition. It's gonna you get to the motion. You gotta use the feature to get to the emotion, man. Fuck, man. I'm just trying to think. It's all these are products. Everything around is a product. Fighter fuel. This is not coffee. It's not selling because of coffee, man. What we're selling is like energy. Mental clarity and efficiency. You know what I'm saying? No crash energy, optimal performance, physical endurance. There's a reason I wrote that shit first. And just, the ingredients small. It's like kind of, well, yeah, whatever. This is what I'm selling. This shit is just, so and sorry. It's legally I have to tell you what's in it. Too much regulation, man, Democrats. But no, I gotta tell you what's in it. But this is what I'm selling, man. Fighter fuel. If it was just logic, I wouldn't need a cool ass name with the action, right? That's a high cognition. Fighter fuel. It sounds like some shit I want to drink. Fucking fighter. Yeah, I don't drink coffee's fighter fuel. Yeah, you so benefits. This is so. Or some people call it the benefit of the benefit. So okay. So a soul benefit. I could have went better. Mental clarity and efficiency is the benefit. The benefit of the benefit, it would be mental clarity and efficiency, so I can accomplish more during the day. That's the benefit of the benefit. When you can get to the benefit of the benefit, now that's how you really, because people really understand, right? And they feel it. They get why. Now, if I just said, oh yeah, Arabica coffee and ginseng. Want some? Right? It's not as compelling as, yo, man, this gives you physical and optimal performance and physical endurance, so you can accomplish more during the workday, make more money. That was a benefit of a benefit of a benefit. You can actually keep going, make more money to support your family, and and take care of your loved ones and rise up the social rank. I mean, you can keep going. Like, you know, and the more you go, the more you tell, the more you sell. The more you tell, the more you sell. Make sure your benefits are aligned with the life force 8. So mental clarity and endurance is not necessary unless I bring it to the first one, like mental clarity, endurance, or I brought it to make more money, right? So you can accomplish more and make more money. So you can take care of your family. That's another life force 8. That's the game. Yeah. So you can get yourself a better home. Yeah. If you can bring it to the life force 8, you got a winner, man. You got a winner. If it's real though, like again. All right. Yeah.